The trolley problem has long been considered an exceptionally challenging moral conundrum. Google might tell you there is no easy solution, but the truth is a bit more practical. It's really only difficult for children under 8 and anime cosplayers because they can't pronounce the word. While internet consensus frames this as a deeply complex philosophical puzzle, the exercise actually bypasses higher cognition and complex calculations entirely. The classic scenario begins with a runaway train barreling toward 5 immobilized stick figures. You're standing next to a switch that can divert the train onto an alternate track where only one person is trapped, forcing you to run over the one. Sacrificing one life to save 5 is the mathematically correct answer to Part A. However, this simple calculation is just the first in a series of questions designed to create confusion for the next several minutes. Part B asks if you would actually pull the lever in a real-life scenario. In a life-or-death situation, the human body assesses its environment and often enters freeze mode. When the brain realizes it has no chance of succeeding in a fight-or-flight scenario, it locks down, paralyzing the individual. Most people will simply stay still until someone more competent comes along to fix the problem, with the exception of the rare few born with an innate fighting spirit. Because biological paralysis renders academic morality math useless, solving the trolley problem requires a testing method based strictly on human limitation and unadulterated gut reaction. In Part C, you stand on a bridge above a single track. To save 5 people below, you consider pushing a heavy man to stop the train. Philosophers argue this is mathematically identical to Part A, sacrificing one life for 5. Our brains instantly reject this math because pushing a human being is a physically unreliable way to stop a train. The most likely outcome is a messy, painful failure that does nothing to save the 5 people on the tracks. There is also a glaring social liability. A thin man wouldn't be heavy enough to stop the train, meaning you have to specifically target the larger man. To any observer, you are signaling that a fat man is disposable, while a thin man is not. A social faux pas so inappropriate that the gut reaction is an immediate no. Practical physics and the desire to avoid social awkwardness provide a much faster answer than philosophy. Part E adds a track loop that circles the 5 people, with a heavy man already waiting at the entrance. Pulling a lever routes the train into the loop and into the man, stopping the train before it hits the others. Academics will again claim that this is the same moral dilemma as pushing the man off the bridge, but that ignores reality. Pulling a lever is more reliable and requires significantly less physical effort than shoving a person. Furthermore, because the man is already on the track, he is legally and practically fair game. When physical convenience and technical loopholes make a decision this obvious, mathematical equivalency becomes irrelevant. In Part F, pulling the lever derails the train, so it misses the 5 people but crashes into a man sleeping in a backyard hammock. Human instinct avoids creating brand new danger where there was none before. Crashing a train into a sleeping, unsuspecting person is just unnecessarily cruel. Then there's the transplant surgeon dilemma. A doctor has 5 patients who each need an organ transplant to survive. When a healthy man shows up for a routine physical, the doctor realizes he could harvest that man's organs to save the other 5. We instinctively know this is wrong because of basic societal boundaries. You simply do not steal from people who aren't registered organ donors. Preserving everyday social rules and avoiding personal inconvenience will always outweigh the pursuit of maximizing saved lives. The trolley problem reflects human self-preservation, laziness, and the deep desire to avoid awkwardness. To finally stump the audience, philosophers ask, how many criminals would you sacrifice to save the life of one Nobel Peace Prize winner? For me, the answer is easy. Even if the other track were completely empty, I would hit the Nobel Peace Prize winner just so I could take the medal and run away. There's a certain irony in a Peace Prize winner dying because of the prize he won. Using instinctual pragmatism is the only way to effortlessly beat the trolley problem. I'm currently taking donations in the form of subscribes for the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Simply Actually. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching.